In this video, I'll give you an introduction to exponents, and particularly the two main types of exponents and the ways for simplifying them. When you get to exponent questions, you want to very quickly size them up and work out, do they have simply times's and divides between all the terms, like this example here, or is there at least one plus or minus separating terms? You don't need a plus and a minus, you just need at least one, because if you've worked that out, you approach them fundamentally differently. For example, if there's times's and divides, then your goal is just to get the smallest prime bases. And so, like I've given you here a few examples, if you had a 9, you wouldn't leave it as a 9, like this one. You'll rather say 3 squared. If you have a 6, that's what I call a combo. It's not 2 to the something or 3 to something. It's actually 2 times 3. What about an 18? It's 2 times 3 squared. Just to skip to the bottom here, if you're trying to get those smallest prime factors, what you can do is you can press that number, like 18. You can try it now. Press 18, then equals, and then go shift fact if your calculator has that function. And for 18, it would have then spat out 2 times 3 squared. And so what you've got is step 1. Let's get these to the smallest prime bases. They're basically done for us in this question, except for the 9, which I make 3 squared. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a massive 3, and any powers of 3 on the top I will keep adding, and any 3 bases on the bottom I will bring to the top by changing the sign. And so if you look at it carefully, I've got x3 to the x plus 2. This becomes 2x minus 2. This random 3 at the bottom I gave a power of 1 just to be safe, so that when I bring it up I remember it's minus 1. And there was a 1 plus x, which becomes minus 1 minus x. I write a massive p, and I look at the powers of p on the top, and it's 3 minus x, and there's a 2, so it will become minus 2, and it's a 3x plus 12 becomes minus 3x minus 12. Then all I really have to do is kind of grade 8 vibes of just collecting the like terms, and so it just becomes 3 to the 2x minus 2 times p to the minus 4x minus 11. Completely differently, these two examples, if I've got plus or minuses, I'm not going to try to get the smallest bases necessarily, but rather my focus will be on splitting the exponent. And so if you had a 7 to the x plus 1, it would be 7 to the x times 7 to the 1. If I had 2 to the x minus 3, it would be 2 to the x times 2 to the minus 3. And so I split anytime that there's 2 or more powers, like that. Step 2, I don't get excited and try and cancel the 3 to x's. I first discipline myself to always take out a highest common factor. And so in this case, each of these terms, here's the number of different terms. I try to take out a 3 to the x, and I cover it with my finger and see what's left. If, like at the bottom, there's nothing left when you've taken out a 3 to x, you don't write nothing, which a lot of students do. You just write a placeholder of 1. And so once I've done that, I can cancel step 3 or divide, and I'm left with just numbers in a sense. And so I can work that out in my mind, or I can work it out on my calculator. One last example for this video. I've got 2 to the x minus 1, and so because I see the minus or I saw a plus at the bottom, I'm going to go through these steps. I split the power whenever there's 2, so there's step 1 done. Step 2, I'm going to take out a highest common factor of 2 to the x, and so if I take out 2 to the x from all of these terms, then I'm left with 2 to the minus 1 minus, I don't write nothing again, I put a placeholder of 1, take out 2 to x on the bottom, and again I can step 3 cancel, and this I can work out and I get my final answer. And so the biggest issue and the biggest challenge in exponents is just to work out which route do I head down when I see a question. And if you've worked out that and you know the steps that you need to follow to get through that, then exponents becomes a heck of a lot easier. I hope that you found that useful. If you did, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your friends. Thanks.